This war just crossed another dangerous line. 7 days into the conflict, the message from Washington has changed completely. No more negotiations, no more diplomacy, only surrender. That was the stunning message posted by U.S. President Donald Trump early March 3rd, and the implications could reshape the entire Middle East. In a fiery statement posted online, Trump claimed Iran's military power has already been crushed. Air defenses, Air Force, Navy, even key leadership structures. According to Trump, many of the Iranian officials who once handled negotiations are now dead, killed in the opening wave of strikes. And he made one thing clear. Tehran may be reaching out for talks, but the answer from Washington is now no. Trump wrote bluntly, "Too late." Instead, he demanded unconditional surrender, no partial deal, no ceasefire negotiation, only total capitulation. Overnight into March 7th, U.S. and Israeli aircraft launched some of the heaviest bombing of the war so far. Targets inside Tehran included regime compounds, infrastructure, and suspected military sites. Israeli strikes also expanded into Hezbollah-controlled areas of Beirut's southern suburbs. Israel says the war has now entered a new phase, the focus destroying Iran's ballistic missile infrastructure. Hundreds of launch sites have been bombed, more than 300 missile launchers reportedly destroyed or disabled. According to U.S. Central Command, coalition forces have now achieved air dominance over Iran. That means aircraft can strike deeper targets with far less resistance, and the effects are already visible. Iranian ballistic missile attacks have dropped nearly 90%, drone attacks down more than 80%, but the retaliation hasn't stopped. Iran continues launching missiles toward Israel. Most are intercepted, but the attacks continue. At the same time, Iranian forces and allied groups are targeting U.S. bases across the Gulf. Bases in Kuwait, Bahrain, and the UAE have all been attacked. One deadly drone strike reportedly killed U.S. personnel. Iran also claims to have damaged more than 20 American military sites across the region. And the conflict is spreading. In Lebanon, Hezbollah has re-entered the fight following the earlier killing of Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Khamenei. Israeli ground forces have expanded operations into southern Lebanon. Mass evacuations are underway. At least 77 people have been reported killed in the fighting there. And intelligence reports suggest the war could grow even wider. U.S. sources say Russia may be providing Iran with real-time intelligence on American positions. That information could help Iran target U.S. forces more precisely. Meanwhile, China is suspected of preparing financial assistance and possible spare parts for Iran's missile systems. If confirmed, it would mean the conflict is already pulling in global powers. And there's another risk shaking the world economy. The Strait of Hormuz, one of the most critical oil routes on Earth, is now under threat. Any disruption there could choke nearly 1/5 of global oil supply. Oil prices are already surging. Markets are bracing for a potential global economic shock. This war began on February 28th with a devastating strike that killed Iran's supreme leader. Now, just days later, the conflict has escalated into a multi-front regional war. More than 1,200 people reported dead inside Iran, dozens killed across Israel and U.S. forces, proxies entering the fight, superpowers watching closely, and the President of the United States demanding nothing less than total surrender, which raises the question no one can answer yet. Is this the final phase of the war, or only the beginning of something far bigger?